Alright, welcome back. We are here with Mission 8 of Guild Wars 1 Prophecies, Delesio Seaboard. There's not really much to say here. Not much has really changed with the group comp I'm running, so let's just jump straight on into it. I have decided I will continue with hard mode as long as it makes sense to do so. So this one starts off just fighting a lot of undead as we make our way to Hakewood. Just going to be a lot more undead. There's nothing really major to watch out for except for letting too many rangers and mesmers gather together in one place, like I did one time where I got condi bombed like crazy. Oh yeah, I should. Man, I went down into the teens there. That was close. Yeah, that's why you've got to be wary of the Mesmer Ranger crew. That fragility condi bomb combo can be nasty. But yeah, as I was about to say before I got nearly nuked is one option you can consider is sticking a Smiter Monk somewhere into the team while you're going through at least this section of Kryta, because you're dealing with a lot of undead. I think this is the only mission where you're mostly dealing with them. So you're definitely not, because Divinity Coast kind of splits with Tengu and Etten and Imps. But here we are at Hakewood, which is currently under attack by a lot of undead. And specifically what we're going to be looking for is we are looking for Benji McCullough. Him surviving is key to being able to start the bonus to this mission. So as soon as I see him appear on Ally, I will be making a run for him. There he is. He always is fighting the boss, and I don't know how long it takes the boss necessarily to kill him, especially in normal or hard mode. I couldn't tell you the difference, but I just always take him out quickly, because it is not worth it. But yeah, if at any point Benji dies, you have to restart the mission if you want the bonus. So you will literally follow him around. This is going to be really fun now that the villagers have not held up so well. Just got to make sure the grasping pools don't overwhelm him. Which will be harder to do on a caster where you can't body block as easily. Yeah, once you get past this first wave, it's usually pretty easy to keep them up. There we go. Got the info on the bonus. So now we just have to clear out the rest of the undead here. I believe we haven't finished yet. Yeah. So once you've cleared the entire village here, you normally would talk to the gate guard there to advance, but if you instead triggered the bonus by keeping Benji alive, you can talk to his brother up here, and you'll instead be let through this gate. And this will be where the offering that was mentioned in the bonus is. As with the undead, the other thing that can be annoying if you are a melee player, or if you're using martial weapons, is the skeleton sorcerers have multiple sources of blind, as shown here. So either you need like a good amount of men, body, and souls from your writs in order to just continuously clear it, or you run a Surin scan, which usually a Surin scan is just the better option. I just don't have a slot for it in my build. I might have to think about switching over to something that's more favorable to a Surin scan, like Enduring Axe or something like that, when we get to places that'll blind a lot more. Nothing too fancy there. I guess one thing I can kind of talk about a little bit is my inventory. It's not really much special to it. I like to keep a good amount of lockpicks on hand. So that way I can open every chest, continue progressing my treasure hunter. Usually if you're just doing the daily Z missions, especially in hard mode, that can just on its own fund your lockpicks pretty easily. Other than that, I keep an identification and salvage kit around for obvious Oof, the ineptitude. Oh, this is what happens when I'm not paying too much attention. That's probably why I got bombed the last time, too. I got bombed by a 170 ineptitude, though, is crazy. Was there a boss? There must have been a Mesmer boss, and I just missed it. For plus 4%, I'm pretty sure there was a Mesmer boss, and that's what nuked me. But yeah, one thing I like to do is I have all my books here. A couple of other account-bound stuff I need to put away. So, for example, I liked this Tiger's Pride. I can just put it over here like this. And whenever I go to a merchant, if I need to drop one early because it maxed out, which is what I have these summoning stones for, I'm able to ensure I don't accidentally sell it by just bookending it with with an item that I can't sell, like a tome or a mini. As for my equipment pack, I have my swap to my axe armor ready. Or if I'm ever interested in swapping to my axe build, which is what my second weapon set here is. I keep Shiro's sword here in front. I like to have a vampiric weapon in case I'm in a group that ever needed to do teleport shenanigans. I have it from way back in the day when people did rebirth stuff. It's probably not as important anymore, though. The brass knuckles for when Franus Iron Toe is the daily bounty. And then just a bunch of other random weapons like my daggers, hammers. This is if I ever use a Conjure lightning build, I have that. I don't know if they're exactly optimal, but they work. And I have a few extra of those up here, like my spear, my scythe. Got my festival axes. But we are now at the Temple of Tolerance, so we've got to go protect Dorian up here. So you've got several options for how you want to approach this. There's the slow burn strat, where you just stay with Dorian the whole time and wait until he's finished. It is easily the safest method, since it does not really put you at risk of failing the mission because he died. The other option is you play a little bit more aggressively and try to sweep things ahead of time. Which is what I'm kind of going to try to do. If you're in normal mode, it's very easy to do the sweep strategy. Basically what I'm doing is, if there ever isn't something actively attacking Dorian, I'm just going to go out and try to kill some random mob. Fortunately, because this is hard mode, I may not find time to sneak off and do that. See the next group lining up. But we'll still go over here first. So yeah, early on, just clear the ones that are kind of directly in the way. And just stay close enough that if you see a red approaching Dorian, like I just did there, you are able to quickly turn around all your characters and head back. And give him backup. And fortunately, that often pulls a lot of the mobs with you, especially if you had minions or spirits that'll keep them distracted. So then you can just go right back to fighting them once it's pretty much clear. So I can head back a little bit early to take out these sorcerers. Next up, I'll go take out that ghoul and that monk. Or depending on what's happening now, I may end up taking out this one instead. Once you've got yourself into a stable position, you can also send somebody out to start doing the bonus. So we passed the offering, but I know I passed the offering that's related to the bonus. I didn't say anything about it. We'll get to it. It just wasn't on my priority list first, because to do the bonus, you have to run through here. So no matter what, you're triggering the fight, and since I kind of can't fight without having my weapons equipped, I had no choice. Because the offering is a bundle. And I've never been sure if you can actually drop the offering. I've heard both, and I am not willing to risk it. Alright, looks like those sorcerers had fun killing my spirits on that side, which kept them distracted long enough. I'm actually going to see. Looks like we've made it to the boss coming over, so should be done with this soon. Okay, so it is both. Yes and no for the offering to Melandru. You can drop it, but then you have to go back and reclaim it anyways. So I'm just not going to bother with that. Alright, so now we'll go take out this one real quick. Yeah, I think once you're past the boss, you can, if you have somebody who's able to, you can just have them go solo out and do the bonus now. Which is, of course, any running build, so like a basic Shadow Form runner can do it. In normal mode, I've done it before with a Together as One build on Rangers. But I don't know how stable it is in hard mode. But yeah, from here, the intensity is kind of lower. One time I actually did this mission. I did the next part of the mission during this section. I just flagged my heroes here, and then I sent my, I think it was a Together as One Ranger just out solo. And this was after it had finished, after I'd finished running the bonus. So you can definitely multitask here, but I can't in hard mode on this character. Looks like we're gonna have quite a few. Or they're gonna run that way. Let's head back. This is why it's important to have a hotkey for quickly flagging heroes when you need to. Although it doesn't look like we needed to come back. Looks like the Signet of Spirits kind of got this. Oops, I misclicked. No dwarven stability for me. Is the Bloodsong gonna just... yeah, Bloodsong and the Bone Fiends have soloed that. Alright, let's get these guys to come up so I can stay relatively close. Just kill the monk and then I'm pretty sure the minions can handle the rest. If our previous data is anything to go on. There we go. That's done. Looks like we've got the next boss coming up. Again, I'm just gonna pull them up so that way I can keep an eye on my flank and make sure that Dorian is safe. As oftentimes by the point Dorian is actually in trouble because enough mobs have gotten up there, it's too late. Alright, so Master of Whispers and I will now go on our mission. I specifically flagged the rest back here because, actually I might try to flag them a little bit ahead of time. Let's see. Put them there for now. Oh, right. Master of Whispers, you still need to come with me. You'll catch up. Alright, looks like they've made it there. So we'll put them there. So what I'm doing to make Master of Whispers not obey the flag with everybody else is I'm flagging everybody, and then I'm only flagging Master of Whispers. That's what this flag is for. And then I just cancel that one by double-clicking its hotkey. There we go. There he is. Ready to give me a run. Oh, I'm flagging the wrong spot. I want this pass. Oh, well, they are failing at it anyways, so what does it matter? This is what I was trying to avoid by being too fancy. Oh, did you see that one teleport just now? Oh man, that was good. Xandra just teleported over the wall on me. I'd always heard they could do that, but I'd never seen proof of it until just then. Oh man, I'm glad I caught that one. Well, since we're back. So he's going to send us out to go get his buddy Dynas, who has taken the Scepter of Ore away from here. Here, I'm going to give him a little melee assistance. Encourage them to fight. Yes, there's a little passage up through here that we're going to be heading to. I'm taking care of these dudes because I don't remember who's able to just wander up and attack Dorian. But I remember a long time ago I had an experience where I went ahead to go get Dynas, and Dorian got killed before I could get to him. I still don't know how it happened because I was just too far out of range at that point. There we go. Just need to kill the last Etten here. And I'll probably make a run for it once we get far enough here. Yeah, you need to run past those Ettins, this one, and then a couple of Oak Hearts and a random boss that's either going to be a warrior that is an Etten boss, or a ranger or monk that is the Oak Heart boss. So it looks like we got the ranger. So usually it's easy enough for, well, that 52 and 33 definitely hurts, but if you're like a together as one build or a runner, it's usually easy enough to just run up and deal with it. Ouch, that one's gonna hurt. How did that one hit me for 95 and the second one hit me for 94? There we go, free morale boost and bonus done. So now we can head our way over and finish up the mission. So yeah, there isn't really anything that takes too long in this mission. There's just a couple parts to it that you just do. And depending on how good your group's damage and sustain is, you can sometimes multitask here. So this entire section that I'm doing now in normal mode, and there was one run I did where I did all of this solo, while I just flagged my heroes next to Dorian and had them fight him off. And technically, I believe you can go to Dynas without talking to Dorian, as long as you've killed the boss near him. Which the second of the 3 bosses I had just mentioned is going to be randomly selected up at this little town here. There we go, there's Dynas, and there is Droog Stone Club. So the other one is, I think, like, I forget the tree name, but it's some tree. It's Tree of something. It's like Tree of Life or Hope or something. Well, it's a monk boss, so that Signet of Judgment's gonna hurt. There we go. And that's the mission. So there we go. We are now up to Divinity Coast. And that's where we will be going for the next mission. So thank you very much for watching. Hope these are helpful, and we'll see you for the next one.